Welcome to Science and Technology Briefing. The content of the briefing includes U.S. Treasury details EV tax credit rebate rules. BBC blocks ChatGPT Maker from using its content over AI copyright concerns. U.S. regulators weigh penalizing bankrupt crypto lender Voyager's ex-CEO, Bloomberg reports. Climate change, rich worlds in action dooming us to be boiled frogs. Turkey steps up strikes on militants as conflict escalates in Syria. U.S. Treasury details EV tax credit rebate rules. Reuters. The U.S. Treasury Department has issued new guidance on how the $7,500 electric vehicle, EV, tax credit can be used as a point-of-sale rebate starting in January. Currently, consumers can only claim the credit when they file their tax returns the following year. Starting next year, consumers will be able to transfer the credits to a car dealer, effectively lowering the vehicle's purchase price. The guidance states that consumers will need to meet income limits to qualify for the tax credit, or else they will need to repay the government when filing their taxes. The guidance also provides more details on registration requirements and the mechanics of the credit transfer for car dealers. The Treasury Department is expected to issue further rules later this year on what constitutes a foreign entity of concern that would disqualify EVs from receiving credits if they have battery components or batteries containing critical minerals from such an entity. BBC blocks ChatGPT Maker from using its content over AI copyright concerns. Telegraph. The BBC has blocked ChatGPT, an AI tool created by OpenAI, from using its content due to concerns over copyright infringement. The move follows similar actions by The Guardian, New York Times, and CNN. The BBC is examining the potential impact of AI on website traffic and misinformation, with Director of Nations Rhodri Talfan-Davies saying ethical issues, legal and copyright challenges, and significant risks around misinformation and bias need to be considered. The corporation hopes to establish a structured approach with AI firms, but is not currently discussing licensing deals. U.S. regulators weigh penalizing bankrupt crypto lender Voyager's ex-CEO, Bloomberg reports. Reuters. The U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, is reportedly preparing to accuse Stephen Olick, co-founder of Voyager Digital, of breaking derivatives regulations before the failed crypto lender filed for bankruptcy last year. The CFTC's enforcement division has concluded that Olick misled customers about the safety of their assets, according to sources. Voyager filed for bankruptcy in July 2021 amid a cryptocurrency market downturn. The CFTC commissioners are currently voting on whether to approve an enforcement action against Olick. Climate change, rich worlds in action dooming us to be boiled frogs. SCMP opinion. The world is facing a series of crises, including climate change, AI disruption, geopolitical tensions, and debt, with no single solution adequate to address them all. The top-down solutions of governments and markets are failing, and a bottom-up approach is necessary, involving diverse societies and communities finding their own solutions. This requires leaders who are willing to take risks, raise funding, and make sacrifices and trade-offs. The rich must be willing to lead and fund global climate action and address social inequalities, or else civilization is doomed. Turkey steps up strikes on militants as conflict escalates in Syria. The Globe and Mail. Turkish security forces have attacked Kurdish militants in northern Syria and eastern Turkey following a rocket attack on a Turkish base by the Syrian Kurdish YPG militia. The Turkish military said that 26 Kurdish militants were killed in the retaliation, with 7 officers and soldiers also injured. Turkey also launched airstrikes, destroying 30 militant targets in northern Syria. The Turkish Foreign Ministry issued a statement saying it would continue to destroy the capabilities of Kurdish militants in Syria and Iraq. 2 militants were also killed in the east of the country. People may suffer more than 4 weeks after infection, study shows. The Guardian. People may experience long colds with symptoms such as coughing, stomach pain, and diarrhea for more than 4 weeks after the initial infection, according to a study by Queen Mary University of London. The study found that there may be long-lasting health impacts after non-COVID acute respiratory infections such as colds, influenza, or pneumonia, which have been going unrecognized. However, the researchers do not yet have evidence suggesting that the symptoms have the same severity or duration as long COVID. The severity of an illness appears to be a key driver of the risk of long-term symptoms. Spanish police seize 74 tons of stolen olives amid soaring prices. The Globe and Mail. Spanish police have seized 74 tons of stolen olives in the province of Seville, as thefts of olives and olive oil increase due to soaring prices. Spain is the world's largest producer of olives and olive oil, and heat waves and drought have caused a significant drop in production, leading to higher prices. Police have also detected thefts of olive oil, with one company losing 6,000 liters of extra virgin olive oil that was already bottled for dispatch to customers. The company, TerraVern, has installed more alarms and perimeter cameras, and police are conducting night patrols near the site. Moldova's president says Wagner leader planned coup to remove her. Financial Times. Moldova's president, Maya Sandu, has accused Russia's Wagner paramilitary group of attempting to overthrow her government and destabilize the country. Sandu claims that the late Yevgeny Prigozhin, leader of Wagner, planned the coup and that Russia is using various methods, including smuggling money through cash mules and bank cards issued in Dubai, to bribe voters ahead of upcoming elections. European and US officials warned in February that Russia was planning to topple Sandu's government. Russia has sought to pressure Moldova due to Sandu's pro-Western views and desire to take the country into the EU. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Six, your resident observer from the sixth dimension, here to bring you the latest news from around the world. Let's dive in. In the United States, the Treasury Department has issued new guidance on how the electric vehicle, EV, tax credit can be used as a point-of-sale rebate. Starting next year, consumers will be able to transfer the credits to car dealers, effectively lowering the purchase price of EVs. However, there are income limits to qualify for the tax credit, and those who don't meet the requirements will have to repay the government. This move aims to make EVs more accessible and promote their adoption. The BBC has blocked the use of ChatGPT, an AI tool created by OpenAI, from using its content due to copyright concerns. Similar actions have been taken by other news organizations, as they examine the impact of AI on website traffic and misinformation. The BBC hopes to establish a structured approach with AI firms, but is not currently discussing licensing deals. It seems AI and copyright issues are causing quite a stir in the media world. In the cryptocurrency space, the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, is reportedly preparing to accuse the former CEO of Voyager Digital, Stephen Ulich, of breaking derivatives regulations. The CFTC claims that Ulich misled customers about the safety of their assets before the company filed for bankruptcy last year. Cryptocurrency regulation continues to be a hot topic, and it looks like the CFTC is ready to take action. Climate change remains a pressing issue, and an opinion piece suggests that the inaction of the rich world is dooming us to be boiled frogs. The article argues that top-down solutions from governments and markets are failing, and a bottom-up approach involving diverse societies and communities is needed. Leaders must be willing to take risks, raise funding, and address social inequalities. It's time for the rich to step up and fund global climate action, or we may be facing dire consequences. Moving to international news, Turkish security forces have launched attacks on Kurdish militants in Syria and Turkey. This comes after a rocket attack on a Turkish base by the Syrian Kurdish YPG militia. The Turkish military retaliated, resulting in the deaths of 26 Kurdish militants. Tensions in the region continue to escalate, and it remains a volatile situation. On the health front, a study has found that people may experience long colds with symptoms such as coughing, stomach pain, and diarrhea for more than 4 weeks after the initial infection. This highlights the potential long-lasting health impacts of non-COVID respiratory infections. While the severity and duration of these symptoms may not be the same as long COVID, it raises important questions about the long-term effects of respiratory illnesses. In Spain, police have seized 74 tons of stolen olives as thefts of olives and olive oil increased due to soaring prices. Spain, being the world's largest producer of olives and olive oil, has seen a drop in production due to heat waves and drought, leading to higher prices. Olive oil thefts have also been reported, further exacerbating the issue. It seems even olives are not safe from the world of crime. Lastly, Moldova's president has accused Russia's Wagner paramilitary group of attempting to overthrow her government and destabilize the country. She claims that the late leader of Wagner planned the coup and that Russia is using various methods, including bribery, to influence upcoming elections. This highlights the ongoing tensions between Moldova and Russia, with geopolitical interests at play. And there you have it, my friends, a whirlwind tour of the latest news from around the world. Remember, these stories are just a glimpse into the complex and ever-changing landscape we live in. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on these topics. What do you think about the new EV tax credit rules? Should AI tools be allowed to use copyrighted content? How can we address the challenges of climate change? Join the discussion, and let's explore the depths of these issues together. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay tuned for more updates from the sixth dimension. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.